Hello, I'm Lisa Logan. I'm a psychotherapist in private practice. I've been a college instructor, and I've also been a radio talk show host. I had two different programs, one in a very large city and one in a smaller city of about 80,000 people. The large city had, I don't know what the population is, but everything that I just told you is not true. Everything is true except my name is not Lisa Logan, and I'm not going to give you my actual name. The licenses that you see here are all under my actual name. The reason that I don't want you to know what my actual name is because if you do, you'll be able to contact my daughter and my son-in-law and even my grandchildren, and I don't want you to do that. A group of people who belong to one of the websites, it's a wonderful website, it really is, but a group of people began to talk about me and doubt that the things that I said were true. But they are all true. I even graduated from the University of California with honors, and I went through 6 years of college in 3.5 years and made straight A's all the way through. The last college didn't give you letter grades, so they gave me honors, and that was a rare thing at that university. So, anyway, several weeks ago, Pam, the woman who's been telling her story and working on her growth on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, wrote to me and said, I think you ought to know what's going on when you Google Forsaken Parents. When you Googled Forsaken Parents, the very first thing that came up were all of these slanderous comments about me. And I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that that hurt me. What I've done, well, it doesn't matter. Yes, it did hurt me. It was painful reading things about me that just weren't true, that I'd already told the truth about. They're no longer on the website, or on Google, but what had happened was, if you Googled Forsaken Parents, this is what came up first. Not my website, not these videos, but the things that were being said by these 4 to 5, 6 people, men or women, I don't know, and that doesn't matter. And, you know, it hurt the site. For some reason, no, that's not true. People stopped writing to me. They stopped asking for help. They stopped sharing what was going on. And I didn't understand why, because I didn't know that these false things were being said about me. But that's the way it went. However, some of those people were people that I'd written back to before all of this started. And I worried because you come here because you're in pain. I know God's taking care of you. You can go other places, but you come here because you're in pain. And you also recognize that I've been through exactly what you're going through. Well, so it got taken down because it wasn't true. It didn't affect the number of people who come to watch these videos. I'm amazed. Over 4,000 people have watched these videos, and I'm grateful that that's so. But it hurt because no one wrote to me anymore, and I used to be getting emails from each of you telling me what you were going through, and I could write back and make suggestions to you, or at least tell you I heard you and I care. So I worried about you through those months, and I didn't understand why no one was writing anymore. Not no one, but very few. I put a stop to it because it was not true, what was being said. And I just thought, somehow this is going to work out. I know it will, because God is a part of this. He's a part of every single person's website. I'm not saying that I'm special, but God is a part of this. I know that to be true. And then, out of the blue, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, a woman wrote to me, and I told you about her. She has a website that reaches the whole country. There are agencies in every single state. I don't believe that she charges for what she's doing and her services. Her services are about grandparents having legal rights with their children, their adult children, and their grandchildren. I looked for a way to find legal rights 15 years ago, when this had been going on in my life with my daughter and my son-in-law for 2 years at that point. I've been going through this for 17 years now. And I know how long it is because of the fact that it began the day that my first granddaughter was born. Now, I've just blocked again. That is because I am 72. People who are 72 and older and somewhat younger do that. Anyway, I received an email from a woman who said, I've discovered your videos. I really like what you're doing, and I'd like to make contact with you. She and I almost daily now have had contact with each other since that time. And today she sent me an email with a song, with a link to a song. And I want to read the words to you. I listened to it, and I'm going to play it for you too. I listened to it several times. I was unable to get through it without crying. The reason that I'm telling you this is because look what God has done. God took care of me through that. It's okay that the people who wrote those things, they're good people. They're hurting people. It's okay that they didn't trust me to be telling you the truth. I simply don't want you to know my actual name. And had this been going on, the people who are writing may have contacted my adult child. I don't want that to happen. I know you understand all this. I know you do. So out of the blue now, I have contact with the most wonderful woman who also does not charge for what she's doing. She's an estranged parent, just like I am, just like you are. We care so deeply about what you're going through. So I found, and she's sending more people on her staff who are going to be meeting and telling their stories so that you can grow that way and hear them that way. But this is a miracle. I want to share it with you, and I'm going to try to get through it. It is by far one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. Listen to this. Will you use my song, please? Safe Kids International picked it up as their theme song. We are doing a YouTube video of it soon. Worldwide Alienation Group is using it too. It makes most cry. Good luck. I'm saying that to you because you're going to hear it. And brings comfort and hope to most that hear it. I'll be glad to share my story with you. She's going to be coming on as a guest if you want to hear it. But the best way I have found to get through the pain is my music. I'm in the process of writing a book, but the music comes to me much easier and faster, so that's why I want to share it with you. If you would please share it and use it to help others, please. That's why God gave it to me. I'm not going to get through this, but it's okay. That's why God gave this to me too. We belong to God. We're all going through this horrible thing for a reason. You mustn't ever doubt that, because it's true. I know that you hurt. I hurt. Karen hurts. That's why God gave it to me. That's her talking. God bless you for all you do to help those of us who are suffering. And her name is Karen Lynn Dobson. You can find her on Facebook. Let me read the words to her song to you, and then I don't know how to, I can't do that, because this is all new. You don't get to hear it. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm so sorry, but what that means is that Karen's going to come and sing it for you live. Not today. Listen, this is called Nick's song. Nick, her son. I sit up all night alone in my bed with constant images that keep running through my head of the happy times and the sad times. The memories are all here. I'm missing you so badly. God, it's unfair. I hold your sweatshirt so close to my heart. I breathe in, I breathe out. Not much, but it's a start, and I sleep with your picture beside my bed. I hug the pillows so tightly where you laid your head. I toss and I turn, I sit up and I lay down. I'm hurting and I can't sleep sound. My eyes are all swollen and I feel like hell. I try not to show it, but some can still tell. What God puts together, no man can tear apart. We've got broken systems ripping our children apart. But the bond between a mother and a child will never bend, because unconditional love always wins in the end. Would you like me to read that for you again? Is my makeup running? It's okay. I don't mind sharing who I am with you. And I don't at all mind you sharing who you are with me. I care so deeply about what each one of you is going through. I miss the fact that you don't write any longer, but you will again. And look, I went through that hurt. I'm okay. And then God brought all these new people into my life as well. They're people who are just like me. I think they might be younger than I am. That's okay too. It makes me wiser. But God brought them into my life. I'm so grateful. But I've always been grateful to have you in my life, whether you wrote or not. I knew you were there. Over 4,000 of you. How can that have happened? It amazed me. But the other thing that it said is how bad a problem this is. 4,000 is just a pittance of how many people suffer from parental estrangement. Let me read Nick's song, which is Karen's words. And we'll have her on just as soon as she can come, but listen. I sit up at night alone in my bed with constant images that keep running through my head of the happy times and the sad times. The memories are all here. I'm missing you so badly. God, it's unfair. I hold your sweatshirt so close to my heart. I breathe in, I breathe out. Not much, but it's a start. And I sleep with your picture beside my bed. I hug the pillows so tightly where you laid your head. I toss and I turn, I sit up and I lay down. I'm hurting and I can't sleep sound. My eyes are all swollen and I feel like hell. I try not to show it, but some can still tell. But what God puts together, no man can tear apart. We've got broken systems ripping our children apart, but the bond between a mother and a child will never bend, because unconditional love always wins in the end. I hope you watch this, Karen. What you wrote and what you sang. I thank you. I thank you. When I wrote my book, when I was writing it, I would sit and the tears would just pour out, reliving what happened. I wish I could play Karen's song. I didn't realize as I was making this up that I couldn't do it. And I want to thank you, Lily. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I couldn't call you. You were waiting for me to call you back and tell you what I thought of this. I had to hurry and make a video. And so this is my gift to you, this video, Lily. I'm really glad you're in my life. Karen, I'm so glad you're in my life. And what I'm really grateful for is that you're in the 4,000 people in their life now too. I care so much about what all of you are going through. So I needed to let you know that. This says, I left it here from last night when I made the other video that Pam was on. It says, the greatest fear by which estranged parents live in fear of is the fear of being banished by our family. It's a terrible, terrible thing that we live with. I know it is. And Christmas is coming. Thanksgiving actually is tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of you are going to be alone. I will be without my family. Thanksgiving is a particularly hard day for me because that's the last time I got to see my daughter, was Thanksgiving 2 years ago. And I miss her terribly. She doesn't know that I do. But it's the way it is. God will take care of that as well. I know that it's true. And that Christmas, I've worried about all of you for Christmas. I worried about you. I know what Christmas is like. Over the years, I've gone into movie houses and watched one movie after another. I paid for every movie, which meant sometimes it cost a lot of money. But I watched movies because it took me out of my life and put me into someone else's life if it was a good movie. So I guess that's something you can do. But this Christmas I went, no, I want to at least offer this to you. Christmas Eve at 6 o'clock Pacific time, which is my time zone, at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 in Mountain Time, 8 in Central Time, and 9 in Eastern Time. On Christmas Eve, I'm going to have a Christmas appreciation for our pets, for our cats and dogs, that for many of us, they're our children. I'm the mother of an only child. So, and I've decorated a tree I had a collection of ornaments that were all little dogs and little cats. And so I've decorated a small tree with all dogs and cats hanging on it. And so I'd like to have you come. Bring a story with you. All you have to do is go to Forsaken Parents, go to YouTube, and do a search on Forsaken Parents, and then you'll be able to watch or be a part of. And if you choose to, you can read your story about your animal, if you'd like to do that. I have some special stories that I'm going to tell you too about my babies. I love them so much. And then that's Christmas Eve, but also Christmas Day. I just don't want you to be alone. So Christmas Day at noontime, my time, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, again, if you are Mountain, 2 o'clock if you are, don't do it again, Central, and 3 o'clock if you're back east. I did it. We'll just do it again. Tell stories again. And be with each other. I know Lily's coming. She told me so today. And that'll be nice. I think Lily's coming on Christmas Day. She can't make it Christmas Eve because that's the day that she spends with their mothers. She and her husband's mothers. Or grandmothers, I don't know. But she'll be there Christmas Day. So, I don't want you to be alone. You just have no idea. I'm a psychotherapist. I have done this actually much longer than 30 years. Because I started when I was 30, and I'm 70 now. That makes 40 years. 42 years. But I say over 30 years. It's over 40. That's a long time, and I went into this business because I cared about people. And when I was in college, I used to just give people money all the time. I didn't bring them home, give them a bed to sleep in. It's the way I've been raised. No, it's the way, not because of the way I was raised. That isn't true. I just know other people's pain because of my own pain. So, I was born to be a therapist. I know that it's true. I really do know that. Okay, I think this is enough. I thought I'd be playing Karen's song for you and you get to hear her sing it. I'm so sorry. See, the reason that I can't, just so you know, is because I'm connected to the camera that's right there right now. So if I stop this and go to my website where Karen's song link is, then I can't, then I'll be disconnecting from you, so it won't work. And I didn't think about that before I did this. However, I have spoken to you from my heart. All right. And I do love you. And I do love each one of you who wrote those things. There was a reason for it. I trust God. I do. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm glad it's over now. I don't always handle the lessons that God has for me well, but in fact, sometimes this lesson with my adult child, you will know someday why you have gone through this. At this point, what I know is that I'm also going through it. Part of it is for my daughter's growth. She will be growing from this someday. But also that there are other reasons too. If I'm here just to say these words to you, that's fine. If I'm here because you listened to me talk about suicide and you didn't commit suicide because of some of the things that I said, I'm so grateful. Because I've received all these letters about this, if you understood finally what was happening between you and your adult child because of listening to one of my videos, I am so grateful. I don't want to charge you money to do this. I don't. This is in my heart. This is God. Not me. This is God. And I do love you. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.